In this lecture, I am going to teach you a new problem on free damped vibration. The question is, free vibration record of 1-ton machine mounted on an isolator is shown in figure. Find the damping factor, damped and undamped natural frequency, stiffness of the spring, and the damping coefficient. So this is the given plot. So this is a time domain plot. The x-axis is time and the y-axis is amplitude. Okay, so this is the given data. So we'll write the given. The mass is given, that is 1 ton. So convert the ton into a kilogram. 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg. Then three things are important from the graph. First, the number of cycles. You can see that the amplitude starts from here. So this is 1 cycle, then 2, then 3 and 4. So totally there are 4 cycles are there. So n is equal to 4. The number of cycles is equal to 4. Then the amplitude at the starting point of the first cycle is 5 mm. Okay, so here you can see this is the amplitude of first cycle, it is 5 mm. Then amplitude at the end of fourth cycle, so that is xn plus 1. So x4 plus 1 is equal to 0.10. Okay, so amplitude at the starting is 5 mm and amplitude at the end of 4 cycle, that is amplitude at the starting point of 5th cycle. That is why I have mentioned x4 plus 1. It is 0.1 mm. Then the third one is the time. Okay, so here for one complete cycle, the system takes 0.64 second. Okay, we know that the system is under damped condition, and at the damped condition, the system will vibrate with its damped natural frequency, not the natural frequency. The system will vibrate with its damped natural frequency, and the time is 0.64 seconds. Okay, so first we have to calculate the damping factor, that is zeta, then damped and undamped natural frequency, that is omega d and omega n, then the stiffness of the spring k, then the damping coefficient c. So we will calculate it one by one. First one, the damping factor. Okay, so from the graph I have already told you that the n is equal to 4 and x1 by x4 plus 1, that is equal to 5 divided by 0.1, that is equal to 50. Okay, so this is the ratio of two amplitudes. Okay, that is x1 divided by xn plus 1, so it is x4 plus 1, that is equal to 50. We have to find out the value of damping factor. Okay, so to find the value of damping factor by having the amplitude ratio, first we have to calculate the logarithmic decrement, and we know that del is equal to 1 by n ln x1 by xn plus 1. So n is equal to 4, we can substitute that, we will get 1 by 4 ln x1 by x4 plus 1. So I have substituted the value of x1 by x4 plus 1, it is 50. So we will get 1 by 4 ln 50. So if you solve this equation, you will get del is equal to 0.978. So now we have del, we have to find out the value of damping factor. We know that the first equation for damping factor, the logarithmic decrement is del is equal to 2 pi eta divided by root of 1 minus eta square. Okay, that is equal to 0.978. Okay, so now we have to solve this equation. What I am going to do is, first I am going to divide this 0.978 by 2 pi. So I will get del, eta divided by root of 1 minus eta square is equal to 0.155. Okay, so and bring this root of 1 minus eta square to the right side. So to remove this root, what I am going to do is I am going to square the remaining term. So eta square is equal to 0.155 square into 1 minus eta square. Okay, so now you can bring this eta square to the left hand side and you can solve this equation. You will get eta square is equal to 0.023. Finally eta, that is damping factor, is equal to 0.15. Okay, so by having the amplitude ratio in our hand, first we have to calculate the logarithmic decrement. Then from the logarithmic decrement, we can calculate the damping factor. Okay, fine. Then the next one is damped frequency. Damped and undamped natural frequency we have to calculate. We will start with damped frequency. Okay. So the time is given, it is 0.64 second, and we know that the f is equal to, that is fd is equal to 1 by time. So further fd is equal to 1 by t means then omega d is equal to 2 pi by t, because fd is equal to omega d divided by 2 pi. Okay, so omega d is equal to ft into 2 pi, so omega d is equal to 2 pi by t. So t is given in the problem, it is 0.64, so we can substitute that. You will get omega d is equal to 9.8 radian per second. Okay, so further if you want, you can calculate the damped natural frequency, damped frequency in hertz also. Okay, then now I have damped frequency and the damping factor. Then the relationship between damped and undamped natural frequency is omega d is equal to omega n root of 1 minus eta square. We have the value of omega d and eta, you can substitute that, and finally you can calculate the omega n. So the answer for omega n is 9.9 radian per second. So here you can see the omega d is 9.8 and omega n is 9.9. So remember that there will be no much difference. Then the next one is stiffness of the spring. So in the previous step we have calculated the omega n, that is natural frequency, and we know that omega n is equal to root of k by m. So the value of mass is given, we can substitute that, and we can substitute the value of omega n. So k is the only unknown value. If you solve this equation, finally you will get k is equal to 98,010 Newton per meter. Okay. Then the last one is damping coefficient. Okay, we know that from the damping factor we can calculate the damping coefficient, that is eta is equal to c by cc. In this eta we have already calculated, c we have to calculate. So for that you need the value for cc, and we know that the equation for cc is equal to 2m omega n. The m is given in the problem, omega n we have already calculated, so you can substitute that. It is equal to 2 into mass is 1000 kg and omega n is 9.9. You will get cc, that is critical damping coefficient, as 19,800 Newton second per meter. So now you can substitute this here, and we have already calculated the value of damping factor. You can substitute it. So c is the only unknown value. If you solve this equation, finally you will get c is equal to 2,970 Newton second per meter. Okay, so this is how you have to solve this kind of problems. So the important thing about this problem is taking the data from the plot. Okay, so here 4 complete cycles are there, so n is equal to 4, and x1 is the amplitude at the starting point of cycle 1, and x4 plus 1 is the amplitude at the end point of cycle 4. So we can calculate the ratio of amplitude. Finally the time to complete one cycle we have to take from the graph. Okay, so if you have all the data, then easily you can solve the problem. Now I have a tutorial problem. The free vibration responses of an electric motor of weight 500 Newton mounted on different types of foundations are shown in figure A and B. It is not A and B, it is A. Identify the following in each case. Number 1, the damping factor. Okay, so here I have mentioned only one case. So actually in the problem there are 2 cases, but I have neglected the case B, so consider one case alone. So first we have to calculate the damping factor, then the spring constant, that is K, then the damping coefficient, it is C, and undamped and damped natural frequency. So omega d and omega we have to calculate. Okay. So this problem is almost like your previous problem. Here the mass is given in Newton, so we have to convert it into kilogram. That is very important. We have to substitute in kg, not in Newton. Then coming to the graph. So first we have to take the number of cycles. You can see the amplitude starts from here. So this is 1, 2 and 3. So the number of cycles is 3. And the amplitude. So amplitude at the first point, that is x1, is equal to 8 mm. So x1 is equal to 8 mm. And amplitude at the end of the third cycle, that is x3 plus 1 is equal to, here it is 1 mm. Then the time, okay, so here the time is given, so consider any one of the cycle, okay. So we can consider the first cycle, it starts at 0 second and ends at 0.2 seconds. So the time is 0.2 seconds. So from this graph we have taken the number of cycles, amplitude at first cycle, amplitude at the end of third cycle, and the time. So with these data, now we can calculate the damping factor, that is by calculating the logarithmic decrement we have to calculate the damping factor. Then from the damping factor you can calculate the damping coefficient, then damped natural frequency and undamped natural frequency. Okay, so this is how you have to solve this problem, and these are all the answers. The damping factor is 0.1 and this is K, the spring constant, and the damping coefficient is C. The undamped natural frequency I have given in hertz. So calculate FD. So not omega D, calculate FD. I mean undamped means it is Fn. And finally the damped natural frequency is FD. We have to calculate.